Hi guys, I hope you are all doing well. Let's see today's question. So today's question we are taking this up from the topic of complex numbers. And if I talk about the question that is given to us here from this topic, the question tells us that there is a set R which consists of two elements A and B. And the question further tells me that the condition is A plus 5B should be 42, where A and B only belongs to natural numbers. And the question says that this set R has m elements. And the other condition given to me is summation of this n going from 1 to m for the expression 1 minus I raised to n factorial is equals to x plus iy. This is the other condition given to me where I is basically root of minus 1. So it's going to be a complex number. This entire summation is going to be a complex number, which is in the form x plus iy. The question is asking me to figure out the value of m plus x plus y. So that's the question asked to us. And if I talk about the answer choices that we have been given here, the options are 12, 4, 8, and 5. So we need to figure out which one of the answer choices is the correct answer for this question that is given to us here. Let's see and understand how to solve this question further. So if I try to figure out how to solve the question for the first condition that I solved for us, a plus 5b being 42, and out of that a and b also belonging to a natural number. So I have been told that this set will have how many m elements. So we need to figure out how many elements satisfy this condition. Now, when I have to figure out the values of A and B such that they should be natural number also and they should follow this condition also, I'll start from B because B is having a bigger multiple, that's 5. So I can have lesser elements checked here compared to A. So I have to basically go for trial and error method and get the values. So if I put B as let's say 1 because B stands for natural numbers, A also is a natural number. So B should have minimum value as 1. So if I put B as 1, then I can put 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because if I put any value of B after 8, that is 9, then A would become negative because the total sum of them should be 42. And if I put B as 9, that would make it 45. So for that, A should become minus 3, which is not possible. So that's the idea that we have here. So if I put B as 5, then it would make it 5 times, sorry, B as 1, then it would make it 5 times 1, which is 5. So in that case, A would become 37. So one set of A and B is 37 comma 1. Likewise, if I put B as 2, it becomes 10. So A becomes 32. Then if I put B as 3, A should become 27 because it becomes 15. Then 22, 17. You have to just decrease A by 5 every time. So 12 and 6. So if you see 12 plus 5 times 6 is 30. So 12 plus 30 is 42. Then 7, 7. So 7 plus 35, 42. And the last should be 2 and 8. So in total, for this entire set, I have 8 elements. So M basically becomes 8. So total number of elements that satisfy this condition of A plus 5B being 42 is 8. So I have M as 8 because it has 8 elements. Now the question further, it says summation of n going from 1 to m, 1 minus I raised to n factorial. So that leaves me with summation of n going from 1 to 8, 1 minus I raised to n factorial. So n is basically, I have to check for all of the values. So it would be 1 minus I raised to 1 factorial, then 1 minus I raised to 2 factorial, 1 minus I raised to 3 factorial, and so on till last term, which is 1 minus I raised to 8 factorial. Now, basically, in total, I have 8 terms, and everywhere, if you guys see, it is having that 1 added. So, if it is having that 1 added, this 1 is added 8 times because this is 8 terms that I have. So, I have 1 added 8 times, so it basically makes it 8 minus I raised to 1 factorial, which will become 1, I raised to 1. I'm taking this minus sign common because every term will also have a minus sign. I'm just taking minus sign common, and whatever I'm left with, I'm just writing or adding them. I raised to 2 factorial, so 2 factorial is 2, 3 factorial, which is 6, then 4 factorial. So after 4 factorial, it will have 4, 3, 2, 1, right? So I can write that as 4 times 3 factorial. For 5 factorial, I can write that as 4 times 5 times 3 factorial. So basically every term after 4 factorial, if you guys see, will have a multiple or will have this term 4 at least in them. So I raised to 4, if you guys know, we have the powers here that I is square root of minus 1. So in that case, I square becomes negative 1, I cube becomes minus I, or I can say minus root of minus 1, and I raised to 4 again becomes square of square, so it becomes positive 1. So since I raised to 4 becomes 1, 4 times any multiple will become 1 raised to that power, so it will always become 1. So after 4 factorial, whatever other terms, like 6 factorial, I can write as 4 times 6 times 5 times 3 factorial. 7 factorial also I can write as 4 times 7, 6, 5, and 3 factorial. And 8 factorial also I can write as 4 times 8, 7, 6, 5, and 3 factorial. Right? So I have all of this. Now if I try to further solve this, I get this 8 minus I raised to 1 as it is. So I square, which is minus 1. I raised to 6, I can write as I raised to 6, I can split as I raised to 4 times I raised to 2. After that, if you guys see all the terms, everyone has a 4 multiplied in there. So if I have a 4 multiplied in there, I raised to 4, we know it's 1. So it becomes 1 raised to 3 factorial, which is 1, because 1 raised to anything is 1. 1 again, here also I raised to 4, so 1 raised to entire power, which is again 1. Then again I raised to 4, 1. So 1 raised to any power 1. This also 1 to the power 1. 1 to any power 1. So I have 3 ones added more. Now 8 minus I minus 1. I raised to 4 is also 1. So I square becomes minus 1. Plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So 1 added 5 times. So negative 2 and positive 2 goes out. I have 8 minus I plus 3. So that leaves me with 8 minus I minus 3, which is 5 minus I. So I get this as 5 minus I. Question says this was equals to x plus iy. So x in that case becomes 5, y in that case becomes minus 1. So I have this as 5, this is minus 1, and m, we know it's 8 elements. So m plus x plus y becomes 8 plus 5 minus 1. And that leaves me with 12 being the answer for the question that matches with answer choice A. So A becomes the answer for this question also. I hope you have understood how to solve this type of questions, which deals with the ideas of finding the values of the elements. So what we did here was we first used the first condition a plus 5b as 42, where a and b belong to natural numbers. In that we got 8 elements satisfying that condition. After that, once I got m as 8, I just put it here in the other expression, which was summation of the terms given. And then we had to just use the idea of powers of I to use that and the factorial concept. Once we had that, we got the answer turning out to become 5 minus I, which I compared with x plus iy, and that left me with x being 5 and y being minus 1. So I got x and y, I got m as well. I found the sum of the three of them, and that matches with 12, which is your answer choice A. So A becomes the correct answer for this question that is given to us here. I hope you have understood this. I'll see you again tomorrow with some other question from some other topic. And we are going to continue our series of questions on JEE mains. So stay tuned for more videos to roll out. Also, if you're enjoying these videos that we are doing on everyday basis, please do like the videos as well and do subscribe to my channel and share this channel with your friends also who are involved in the preparation of questions on JEE so they can also take the benefit from these questions that we are solving. Thank you.